I appreciate you joining me today. Hope you're having a good day. We are going to be thinking about Noah as he got off the ark. So we've looked at that account when he offered sacrifice. We've looked at the rainbow. One of the last things said about him is when he's a farmer. And it's a sad account. It's the account of him when he becomes drunk. The hymn that we're going to look at today is the hymn Pure in Heart, O God.
Pure in heart, O God, help me to be. May I devote my life wholly to Thee. Watch Thou my wayward feet, guide me with counsel sweet. Purer in heart, help me to be.
So let's think about Noah. We'll look at the passage together. Genesis 9, verse 19. These three were the sons of Noah. From these the whole earth was populated. Noah began to be a farmer, and he planted a vineyard. He drank of the wine and was drunk, and became uncovered in his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backward, and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. Noah awoke from the wine, knew what his younger son had done to him, and so, needless to say, he is not pleased with what his younger son did, and he is pleased with what the other two sons did. As you have blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and may God enlarge Japheth, if I could speak today. So just simple points today. On Noah's part, and on our part, of course, as an application, be careful. Be careful. He planted a vineyard. He partook. He became drunk. Noah was a good man. Noah, in a world full of iniquity, had found grace in the eyes of the Lord. But here we see Noah sinning. And so we say, Purer in heart, O God, help me to be. We do not want to lose our salvation. What a sad thing to come through the flood and then have this account recorded for all to read. Suppose there's a reason for that. And needless to say, while Noah had faced one form of judgment day, he had not yet faced eternal judgment. And it's the same for us. We have been saved, but we are not in the promised land yet. And so we need to be real careful. We need to be real careful. Pure in heart, oh God, help us to be. Now let's talk about the son who saw him naked. And we need to be careful to make sure we are not taking advantage of other people's sin. And he saw his father's nakedness, and rather than doing something honorable, he did something dishonorable. He told his two brothers about it. That wasn't right. That wasn't right. Don't know exactly what was said. Don't know exactly what was done, other than what it says, that he saw his nakedness and he told his brothers. We need to be careful when other people sin, because we can become complicit in it, We can add our own sins on top of it, and we can find ourselves ensnared by our own sins. So we need to be real careful. How careful do we need to be? Think about the other two sons and that picture of them, one standing on one side of Noah and one standing on the other with their back to him, and they're holding a cover, holding some sort of blanket, and they back towards him and then cover him up, refusing to turn and to look at his nakedness. And they were very careful. And that's how we need to be. Looking carefully, Hebrews says, lest any fall short of the grace, lest any fall short of the grace of God. What is that verse? I still have a cold, so in my medicated state, sometimes my memory doesn't serve me real well. But in Hebrews, in chapter 12, it says in verse 14, pursue peace with all people and holiness, without which no one will see the Lord, looking carefully lest anyone fall short of the grace of God. Looking carefully. And let's say this, sometimes looking carefully to ourselves and to the Lord means to not look at other things. Would you say Noah's two sons were looking carefully to themselves and to the Lord? I think so. They were looking carefully, and they were being very careful not to look. And that's how we need to be as well. Appreciate you. Hope this study's been helpful for you, this brief study, as we think about being pure in heart. We need the Lord's help. Hope you have a good day. Join us tomorrow for another portion of our daily praise.